Everybody, let's put that on there. I think everybody's doing okay. Right, you'll have to apologise for the grainy picture and dark picture. It's not very bright this morning, and the sun's not out. I've only got one little £1 LED light, which you can get, and it's really good. I'll sort of give you a quick update. I haven't really posted a video of where I'm at regarding inside the Landrover. That's nice, first thing in the morning. So I thought what I'd do is give you a very quick look now to give you an idea of where I'm at. Just a quick look at the temperature. It's actually increasing now. It's actually, you can see, if you can see that, because I can't, it's 14 now, which is improving. It was sort of 9 last night when I'm parked, so it's slowly increasing as the sun picks up a little bit. It's really a grotty day. It's been like that for a week now. Right, some basic things I wanted to go over now, and so you can have a see of. I'm going to try and turn this camera around now. It's not going to do it, so I'm going to have to just turn the camera around. I'm sorry if it's sort of a bit wobbly, etc. This is my Salutex insulation I talked about. It's 5 centimeters deep, and what I plan to do is to actually put it in all the wooden pieces, as you can see, right the way round, and the roof, my Landrover roof. As you can see here, everybody, I'm standing up, which is fantastic. But before I do that, because it's made out of wood, obviously, I want to varnish it to give it a bit extra protection. Before I do that, there's a few more bolts I want to put in and a bit of sealant around the outside, nothing to worry about there. And then I think I'm going to go back a step. I'm going to take these out. These aren't fixed in or glued in. They're just a perfectly good fit. But what I plan to do is use this stuff. You can get, I got this from B&Q. From reading some of the forum sites, it's better to put this in first. I'm not even going to glue it in. I don't need to even glue it in. Make sure it's tight in there, and then put the Salutex in, and then another layer of that. And from what I've been told, it's better to make sure there's no air gaps. So anybody who knows a bit more than myself, please let me know about that. The floor, as you can see, it's just the basic Landrover floor at the moment. I've made a bit of a table here, and here I have just move my foot. I've put a bit of a tray in here for food, milk, and different things I can pull out. One thing there stops it from falling out. Fix this in. I haven't fixed it in with bolts, this shelf. It's just fixed in with Skylaflex stuff. Landrover roof, it leaks a bit, and as you can see here. Now I want to keep this window because it's a good ventilation window. I think I might block this side in, and then what I've got to do as well is fix some bits of dowling in, so this thing's actually fixed in all the time, this little heater. And my kettle can go next to it. That needs to go somewhere else. Got my toilet portaloo there, a wide open bottleneck bottle, which I use as my number ones, which saves emptying that all the time. Really handy to have. Clear, so I know when it's getting full. Probably need to get 2 of them for sites that I'm not going to be. It's not sites, sorry, at wild camping locations. And also, I want to use the aluminium foiling for the windows. I like the windows because they've got the limo glass in I put in, as you can see, not the taping, and so people can't really see in at all, but I can see out, and I like the light, and I like when you're parked up at night, you're able to see out, as I can see here. There's my bike on the back. And people can't really see in. I mean, there's the odd area where I need to, it's come away a little bit, but I can take that up around the outside. But so what I'm thinking of in the winter is to just tape up with some of that silver foil and have probably a gap or the window way across one side, so I'm still able to see out. I don't use too much light. That's my theory. And then also I've been told to get some, these are my door panels, and then obviously all the door cards and all the bits underneath the vehicle. I plan to use some insulation, but I know I'll do another video about that in the future. But the plan at the moment now is to treat this wood to get it a bit better. Put a couple more of these bolts in I need. There's a gap around here. You can probably see it from there. No, you can't even might be able to see it there. And then also to these where there's connections here, I need to put a little piece in there. That will help. So I want to get that done the next couple of weeks. I'm about on Saturday, I'll turn you back to me, I'm about on Saturday to have my SmartCom relay done, which will mean that I can then connect my I've got two batteries. I've got my starter battery, a good cranking battery in this Landrover, and then I've got a one I had from 2008. It's a car type lead acid battery, not a leisure battery. And what I want to do is be able to charge my vehicle as I'm actually driving. And then obviously when the thing's cut off, there's no power that goes and it won't drain my battery. And I'm hoping I'm that on Saturday, as long as some antifreeze in my vehicle. I brought, actually for a few £, on eBay last week, a couple of items. I brought a little £4 I think it was, a little voltmeter, digital one, and I'll show you that now. As you can see, looks like a little alarm clock. I've got a wire in front of it at the moment, which you can see it's reading 12.7, and this is really handy just to know all the time. I'm going to actually sight that where I can see it all the time. Just a little bit of reassurance, you know what's in the battery all the time. And then here, I think it was about £8. There's a little thing that plugs in a cigarette lighter. It gives you the clock which you need to change the time. I think we've gone up a degree actually since we've been on the phone. And there's an outside temperature sensor, which I haven't really done. Next to it is the volts for the actual battery. So I know all the time what both of my batteries are doing. But they aren't connected at the moment, but isolating the batteries with a SmartCom relay is going to be the next stage for that. And also, my theory of that is, okay, it's a free battery, 2008. Don't think there was much wrong with it, as I remember. It just didn't have a cranking amp, so my vehicle I had at the time, a van. It will mean that if my main battery goes down, I'll leave lights on or something, I'm able then to use the secondary battery, the lead acid battery, the car battery, to jumpstart my Landrover. Okay, the cranking amps are not the same, but you see where I'm coming from. It just gives me a bit more scope. So then the next thing I'm doing the next week or so, and probably do a few more videos of that process and the problems I've had with it in my experiences. But anybody can please get back in touch with me about this issue of the insulation. The Celotex, I actually took a bit off it and made sure that it's kind of waterproof. I put it in water and doused it in water overnight, and so, you know, Land Rovers leak, the seals that leak, the door trims aren't good, and you know, it will get water on it, and as I understand it, it should hold up to a bit of water and still have that insulation properties. And the same with this foam stuff. And I don't want to actually fix it in with glue, apart from the sealing, of course. I might use a bit of tape because I want to be able to use it in another vehicle if I change vehicles, and that's why I'm thinking about the things that I buy that are retrofits, things that I can move over to another vehicle that aren't specific to this vehicle. But that's my update now, and I need to get back to my coffee, and I've got an appointment to see a friend in about an hour, so I'm going to need to dash anyway, and I'll speak to you all soon.